Lara Croft's globe-trotting adventures sure take her to some intriguing places.
The Pendragon, King of the Britons. I wouldn't take Excalibur if I didn't need it so. I hope you can forgive me.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 Tomb Raider levels. For this list, we're examining the wide number of games in the Tomb Raider series to pinpoint those levels that exemplify the series' adventurous spirit, global appeal, vibrant visuals, and engaging gameplay.
At least it should be educational.
Number 10. England, King Arthur's Tomb, Tomb Raider Legend.
You sure about that map?
Unfortunately, there was some nonsense about the discovery of the real King Arthur's tomb here years ago.
Talk about convenient placement. Midway through Tomb Raider Legend, Lara gains information about the potential location of King Arthur's tomb, which just so happens to be located below a King Arthur-themed museum.
There seems to be a fine line between coincidence and irony.
As oddly charming as the tourist museum is, the real treat is exploring the caves and catacombs below, which lead to exquisite-looking medieval halls. The level embraces the use of environmental puzzles, such as flaming floors, with the only combat sequence being a fight with a large sea serpent. Still, it's a nice and relatively relaxed level.
Hello, lads.
Number 9. Atlantis, Tomb Raider 1996.
You can't do this.
We condemn you, Natla of Atlantis, for your crimes.
Who doesn't love a good volcano lair? In this level, Lara must traverse the inside of a volcano in order to locate and enter the lost city of Atlantis. What's immediately striking is the level's use of browns and reds in the color palette, fitting with the setting. However, Atlantis also delivers on a mix of platforming and action, as Lara must battle various Atlantean creatures while attempting to avoid the volcano's lava pools and assorted hazards. To top it off, Lara even has to face her own unsettling Atlantean doppelganger. Number 8. Crash Site, Tomb Raider 3. Welcome to the jungle. As the second level of the South Pacific section of Tomb Raider 3, this level works hard to embody the distinct fantastical action that the game is known for. Dinosaurs such as T-Rex and Velociraptors roam about, with Lara having to fight them whilst working towards her real goal, getting into the Madubu Gorge. The environments have faded colors and an openness in design, coming across as both alien and lonely. Matched by a bit of item location and dealing with old ruins blocking Lara's path, Crash Site proves itself capable in regards to atmosphere building. Number 7. Shanty Town, Tomb Raider 2013.
Where are you, girl?
I'm in some kind of shanty town near the fortified palace.
I'm still coming down the hill. How did you get there so fast?
Long story.
Though perhaps not the most conventional of levels, it's still exciting and in line with the series' roots. After a spectacular set piece involving a parachute, Lara winds up limping through the titular settlement in search of medical supplies. Things become more dire with the arrival of some aggressive island inhabitants, though, leading to a string of brutal firefights. It all comes together to emphasize Lara's desperation and growing survival instincts, whether she's clambering up ledges or beating enemies into unconsciousness. Number 6. Home Sweet Home, Tomb Raider 2. There's no place like home, right? Home Sweet Home, the final level of Tomb Raider 2, has Lara fighting in and around her own manor against Fiamma Nera cult members. The entire design of the level appears to be aimed at catharsis, as it allows players to explore Croft Manor at a reasonable pace while still engaging in pitched gunfights. It also features a classic-sounding music track playing over everything, which, matched by the nighttime setting, makes for a nice bit of falling action.
Don't you think you've seen enough?
Number 5. Barkhang Monastery, Tomb Raider 2. Shortly after venturing across the mountain peaks in Nepal, Lara Croft finds herself faced with more of the Fiamma Nera's antics. Lara's task in this level is to progress through the eponymous monastery, seeking out the 5 prayer wheels and setting them back in place. Making this trickier, though no less rewarding, is the presence of friendly monks. If left to their own devices and not provoked, they can aid in battling Lara's foes. Thus, avoiding the monks and taking care not to fall victim to this level's environmental traps ensures the player will have their fill of challenge. Number 4. Peru, Return to Paraiso, Tomb Raider Legend.
They don't seem quite so keen on visitors these days.
But hey, you're the one with the guns.
Painful memories, desperate chases, and old-fashioned platforming abound here. Return to Paraiso has Miss Croft catching up with her old friend Anaya, only to have to intervene when mercenaries under the employ of James Rutland show up.
Zip, get an eye on this.
Things move forward quickly from there, shifting from a motorcycle chase sequence to a flashback scene to finally a present-day exploration of a dig site. Few levels are as quickly paced or as varied as this, and it's certainly impressive that the resulting level feels at home in the Tomb Raider franchise.
I hope you found what you were looking for, because I am never coming here again.
Number 3. City of Khamoon, Tomb Raider 1996. Exploration is key here. Continuing her quest to obtain all the pieces of the Scion artifact, Lara Croft winds up entering the lost city of Khamoon, buried deep under the surface. What becomes clear upon starting the level is how large the area appears. It features all kinds of nooks and crannies, sand is spread everywhere, and there's plenty of room to run. Seemingly leaning towards the platform part of action platforming, it works thanks to the designers being so dedicated to the approach. Though that doesn't mean a few animals aren't waiting to strike. Number 2. Floating Island, Tomb Raider 2. As head-scratching as this one may be, it's nonetheless a masterful blend of visual flourish and designed difficulty. Floating Islands puts Lara in the position of having to find 2 mystic plaques in order to progress further, while being stranded atop a series of floating landmasses. Sporting architecture unlike any known civilization, the level keeps pushing forward its distinctly odd disposition with difficult-to-kill stone warriors and a green-tinged palette. Floating Islands feels almost psychedelic in style, but works for conveying how far down the rabbit hole Lara may be. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Number 1. Lost Valley, Tomb Raider 1996. When you're aiming to draw players into your game, spectacle and intrigue are excellent tools of the trade. Thus, we have this magnificent level from the Peru segment of 1996's Tomb Raider, in which Lara finds herself in a wide-open tropical area deep within a mountain. Lost Valley keeps a healthy balance between combat, puzzles, and platforming. The player must climb up rock ledges and deal with stopping a waterfall while contending with various dinosaurs. Subtly, through its grand and mysterious nature, the level instills in gamers a sense of wonder and anticipation for what is left to come. Do you agree with our list?
Better and better.
What's your favorite level from a Tomb Raider game? For more excitement-filled top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Are you sure about this, Lara?
I'll get them. I'll come back. I promise.